We from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
We from the bottom. Hey, what's going down, sports fans, handicappers, gamblers, hustlers, all around the world? It's your boy Marley Bets coming at you live with another video from Brothas N Bets NBA edition. Quick recap from the last show, which I got my boy Flat Top. He'll be in here in a second. He missed the last show on Friday, on the 25th. Your boy went 8-0. God damn it, I was on fire. Indy over, killer. Hornets money line, killed them. Hornets Cavs over, killed them. Knicks -8, killed them. Bulls -6, killed them. Jazz -6.5, killed them. And then Nets money line against Philly that day, where they came back, almost lost that one, and killed them. They came back and got the cover for us. So I went 8-0. Flat Top on the first show, which was that Thursday. He went 3-1. And as an overall, that puts me at 12-2. Flat Top still at 3-1. 2 games over 500. Good start to the season for Flat Top. Great to start to the season for myself. Good start for Brothas N Bets basketball show. So we're making money. With that being said, let's jump into today's action, guys. I got about 5 or 6 games on today's docket. Trying to make some money here. Man, I love NBA. Football is probably my favorite sport, but it just seems like I cap NBA so much better. I be fucking killing basketball, dog. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's crazy. So, Flat Top, you there yet? Still getting settled? It's all good. Your
Yeah,
mic
I'm here.
muted. Don't worry about it. We'll get started. Let me see what game I want to do first. Let's look this way. Let's look this way. Let's look at these Bucks and Pacers. Read these actuals. Let's look at the injury report real quick. For Milwaukee, we got Lopez. He's downgraded to out, the center. Holiday is doubtful. He's been out since week 1, since the game 1, excuse me. He's doubtful. Bobby Portis is doubtful. He's been out. We got DiVincenzo. He's still out indefinitely. Ojali, he has been downgraded to out. And on the Pacers side of things, TJ Warren, he still hasn't played. He's been out. Levert is out for the first 4 games. Martin is out. Then let's jump into these actual factuals. Milwaukee, they're 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games. 6-1. Hold on. Before I jump into all of that, go Strohs, man. Strohs money line tomorrow. Milwaukee, 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games. 6-1 straight up in their last 7 games. 7-2 ATS in their last 9 games against Indiana. 8-1 straight up in their last 9 games against Indiana. 2-6 ATS in their last 8 games when playing on the road against Indiana. 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent in the Eastern Conference. 13-1 straight up in their last 14 games against an opponent from the Central Division, and 11-3 straight up in their last 14 games in the month of October. And meanwhile, the total has gone over in 6 of their last 6 games on the road. Interesting. Indiana, their actual factuals. They're 8-4 ATS in their last 12. 7-0 ATS in their last 7 games at home. 6-1 ATS in their last 8 games when playing at home against Milwaukee. 2-5 straight up in their last 7 games played in October, and 1-7 straight up in their last 8 games played on a Monday. The total has gone over in 12 of Indiana's last 18 games against an opponent from the Central Division, and over in 6 of the last 7 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference, over in 4 of the last 5 games against Milwaukee, and over in 7 of the last 8 games. Get back over here. Milwaukee Bucks -2 in Indy. So you got Indy. They're coming off a loss. Actually, they're coming off two overtime games. Their last two games on the 22nd and on the 23rd was in overtime. It's a split. You got a loss in at Washington and then a win at home against Miami on the 23rd. So both of them have what 2 days rest. I believe Milwaukee's coming off a win in San Antonio, the 2-1 after the loss to Miami. I'm going to take the Bucks here. I'm going to take the Bucks. I'm going to take a money line. I don't like the record of the Bucks in Indiana, like I just read off to you guys. 7-0 ATS at home, Indiana is, and 6-2 ATS in the last 8 games when playing at home against Milwaukee. But I'm not sure how many of those games Giannis and Middleton were a part of. I mean, they've been there for the last couple of years, so it has to be all of them. But I don't know if those are injuries or what were the situation. That seems kind of weird ass stat to me. However, nonetheless, I like the Bucks here. It's not. I don't think Indiana has enough right now. Even though Holiday may not play and Brook Lopez is out, it's still too much Middleton. It's still, I mean, Middleton. It's still too much Giannis. And I don't think they're going to be able to slow him down. I like Miles Turner though, and Sabonis. So you got some people that can bang with him, but I'm not fucking with Giannis, bro. Let's be real. Didn't try to do that. They're not fucking with Giannis. Let me see. I'm trying to get to the comments. Hold up 1 second. Like what we got in here. Bucks and under. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about the total. I do like the what's the line here? 230. Yeah, that's kind of high. But the Pacers, yeah, that's high. That's high. That's high. Bucks play too good defense for that. I agree with you. I'm a chill on the under though. I might ride with you. Let me see. 230. That's a high total for them. I like it. You're right, Sean. You're right, Sean. I like the official play for me though. Bucks money line, but I'll probably ride with Sean on that total. Flat top, you back yet?
Yeah, I am. It's bad hair day, so I'm just gonna do the voice. But yeah, as far as what you were saying, I like the Bucks. It's crazy that spread data that they have doesn't seem right, but like they got to be winning. What are the lines that they were giving the Bucks? It probably wasn't -2, but there's a lot of people that are going to be out. I think that maybe if the Pacers had Karis LeVert, maybe they could have swung it to
Right,
being
right. Yeah, if you got
home
LeVert or
favorites,
even
but
TJ
he's
Warren,
not
you got
playing.
one of them.
Yeah. So I think the Bucks they got too much. I'm expecting the Bucks to come out like they did against Brooklyn. Have some Grayson Allen, Thuggish D, and lockdown.
I do not.
Some of their
I did
stuff.
not know Grayson Allen went over there till
I know.
right before the season started. I was looking at the roster. I was like, "Fucking Grayson Allen! Like, when the fuck did he get over there?" But yeah,
Yeah, so I really like Bucks, and it's a pretty good line. It's -130 for the money line, so I like the Bucks to go in and get a win.
all right, all right, all right. I'm just putting the plays in the and I think what I'm gonna do though is Shine, bro. I like that, Shine. I like that. And you know what, Shine? You are absolutely right, sir. And I'm gonna ride with you on that. So I'm putting this one on you, man. I hope you come back tomorrow and let me know and let me know what happened. Because I agree with this right here. Bucks ain't giving no more than 110 to the Pacers. I can see that. I can see that. I definitely can see that happening. But what I need to look at is before I give that as an official play, I need to see. They gave up 110 to the Spurs. They gave up 137 to Miami, but I'm gonna say Miami was like super fucking motivated to play against the Bucks after they knocked them out. And I think that was Miami's home opener, first game of the season. So
Yeah, that was their opener because I took the Bucks in that one, and I was like, man, Yeah.
So yeah. Miami, they was high, and I think that was a revenge factor game. The way the Bucks did their ass in the playoffs, because remember that was the last loss they took. So they had all season to sit on their L. So that might have been more of a like, all right, we finna show y'all some shit. This ain't last year. Kind of win. I'm gonna give that an official. I'm gonna ride with you, Sean. I'm gonna ride with you. Bucks money line. We also gonna ride under 230. Miami is loaded on it. Hey, that's one of my favorite teams right now. They've been one of my favorite teams for the last like 2-3 years, but I love the additions of PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry on that team, dog. Like I can't wait to see how that turns out. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it. This one. I'm gonna pick this one right here. I'm interested in your take on this one, Flat Top, because I kind of baffled a little bit before I came to my conclusion. This was a tough decision for me, and I'm not super confident in it, honestly. But we gonna see. Bam. Got the Wizards. They're going on the road to take on the Nets. The Nets are coming off a loss to the Hornets, I believe. Was that the Hornets yesterday?
Yeah, it was Lonzo. Or
And
not
I
Lonzo,
was
fucking LaMelo.
watching
Yeah.
football, obviously, but from what I heard through one of my other gambling buddies, the Nets just looked completely disinterested in that game.
Everyone except KD. KD put up like 38 or something,
Well,
like
KD
usual.
balls. I mean, KD wakes up and like, I just want to hoop. And I was like, I just want to go hoop. Like, can we hoop? Y'all want to hoop today? I just want to hoop. Like, we hooped yesterday, but I mean, that was yesterday. Let's hoop again today. Like, that nigga just hoop. All right, so we got the Washington Wizards. They're going on the road to take on the Brooklyn Nets. The line is at 6.5. I'm not trying to do that. The line is at 6.5. SBO Kennels. What's up, SBO? Over is the play on that game. On which game? You talking about this game or the last game we broke down? Because Sean got me on the under. But let's get back to this Washington Nets game. Total the line is at 6.5, minus 6.5 for the Nets. Total is at 228. Injury report. Bill is questionable. That's huge. I assume he's gonna play. Bryant has been downgraded to out, the center. Hachimura is out. And who else we got out? We got Winston, the point guard. He's been downgraded to out as well. That's all for Washington. On the Brooklyn side, Aldridge is out, and Brown Jr. is probable. Couple actual factuals for Washington. 13-6-1 in their ATS last 20 games. 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games against Brooklyn. 5-2 straight up in their last 7 games against Brooklyn. But 1-6 straight up in their last 7 games on the road. 2-5 straight up in their last 7 games when playing on the road against Brooklyn. And 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games played in October. Now the total is gone over in 4 of Washington's last 6 games against an opponent from the Atlantic Division. Over in 4 of the last 5 games against an opponent in the Eastern Conference. And also over in 4 of Washington's last 5 games. Brooklyn. They're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games. 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games. But 9-2 ATS in their last 11 games at home. 5-2 straight up in their last 7 games when playing at home against Washington. And 1-8 ATS in their last 9 games played in October. The total, it's gone under in 4 of Brooklyn's last 5 games against an opponent from the Southeast Division. Under in 9 of Brooklyn's last 11 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. Under in 4 of the last 6 games against Washington. And under in 9 of their last 11 games. Washington plus 6.5 in Brooklyn. What you got, Flat Top?
This one is a tough one, and I'm gonna put a little asterisk on this because Beal is probable or questionable. If Beal doesn't play, I think the Nets are covering it easy. If Beal does come in and decides, because I mean, Brooklyn usually beats them, but it's the matter of the 6.5 points. I think it's going to depend on the key players. If Beal is out, I like the Nets to cover at home. When they're at home, they play a lot better. If he is not, so if they give out the injury report and he does not play, take the Nets spread. If he does play, I think with Kyrie out and just the way that Brooklyn's been playing, KD's going to go out and get his. I think Shine's got the right idea. I think this one's going to go under. Washington isn't known for playing good defense. Brooklyn, it's iffy. Sometimes they'll give up 130 like they did to Miami. But other times it's under 110. So it's like which team is coming out. Just for the fact that there could be key players out, I think this one should be an under at that 228.5 just safely. But if Beal does not play for Washington, I would take both the under and the 6.5 for Brooklyn.
Got you. So if Beal plays, you want the 6.5. Is that correct?
If Beal plays, I would probably take the plus 6.5, but my official play is just going to be the under because Kyrie's not going to play, and I don't know if Beal's going to play. If he doesn't play, there's no way they're in that. But
it looks like you and Sean are kind of on the same page. They say all unders without Kyrie. 228.5.
It's not that high for like a Washington game. I mean, like them and Portland and the Kings, it's always like almost 235, 240 area. But yeah, I just think the offense isn't going to be there.
Well, technically, the last two games have went under 228 for the Knicks. And for the Wizards, they're one game under, one game over. The one game over was the overtime in Indy, which I still think they would have hit that over regardless. It's hard with Beal. Not sure what was going on with Beal. That's my problem. Because with Beal, I like the 6.5 with Dinwiddie and Beal together. I think they can keep it close enough. I'm going to take the 6.5 anyway. I haven't liked what I've seen out of the Wizards. And it's not KD necessarily. Like I said, KD go hoop. We ain't got to worry about nothing with KD.
Well, you're going to take the 6.5 plus or
with Washington.
Take the Nets?
Yeah, I want Washington plus 6.5. Okay. Yes, I'm taking the 6.5. I actually think they got a chance to win outright, believe it or not. I'm just not that bold. Because, and this is why, this is the main reason why. It's not, like I said, it has nothing to do with Kevin Durant. It's everything to do with James Harden. James Harden has not, at least for the first two games, he hasn't been playing like James Harden. I don't know if it's because they changed the rules with the fouls. He's not getting to the line. But he said that his confidence isn't back yet. And I think he's talking about his confidence on his leg with his hamstring. That was his first major injury he had, I think, his whole career. So I think he's the one that said this. So it's not like I'm saying this. I think he's still not going yet. And I think the rule change has affected him. I don't think it's going to hinder him. I think he's going to adjust. James Harden drives. I think Nick Wright said this. No, Chris Broussard said this earlier today on Fox Sports. When James Harden he drive looking for the foul versus looking to finish. So that's the adjustment. That's the adjustment he got to make. He got to start looking to finish. And if they call the foul, they call the foul. Not looking to get fouled. So he's not finishing. And they're not calling fouls like they were. I mean, that's been the emphasis, obviously, on the rule change this season. I think they're only getting 19 foul shots a game, which is the fewest in the NBA, and I'm not sure how long. So this is a guy that used to get 10 shots from the free throw line down there a night, easy. So I think that's a huge part of his game. And until he get back on track, the Nets is just KD. And I think that's 6 points, and that 6.5 points is close enough. That's what we saw over the first two games. And they should be 0-3. Philly gave them that game, even though I took them that day. They was whooping Philly ass all game. And they looked up and came back and got that. So KD gonna do his thing. Ain't no stop for that. But if I get Bill, which I think he's gonna play, I think I get enough to cover the 6. I think the Knicks probably win the game, but I think it's closer than everyone thinks. Unless Harden just comes back to form today for some strange reason, he gives you 25 and 8 or something, damn near 30, and then they'll win the game. But if not, also I think part of me thinks like they're not really playing that hard right now. They want Kyrie to come back. If they winning, if they losing, Kyrie might take that back, man. They might go to Kyrie and be like, bro, we need you, bro. We really need you, bro. We can't do this without you, type shit. But I don't know. I like the
You think
Wizards.
they're dropped?
Huh? What'd you say? What'd you say, Flat Top? You still there? What'd you say, SBA? No defense on either squad. Definitely not playing any defense in this game. That's why I'm staying off that total. Let's keep it moving, though. I guess Flat Top will come back whenever we can. Probably getting situated. What game I want to talk about next? Let's go here. Let me get back. Let me get back. All right, let's jump to an interesting game, in my opinion. Oh, Flat Top. I guess he'll be back. Let's jump to this game right here. It's another game I got on. I got the Celtics going on the road, coming off a back-to-back, take on the Hornets. Line opened up at the Hornets as a favorite at -1. The total is at 224. And let's get into the injury report real quick, fast. For Boston, we got Horford is questionable. Jaylen Brown, he's questionable. He missed last game against Charlotte. Langford he's been downgraded to doubtful. And on Charlotte's side, we got Rozier still out, and PJ Washington is questionable with a knee injury. Couple actual factuals for Boston. They're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games. 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games. 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games against Charlotte. 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games against Charlotte. But 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games on the road. 1-6 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. 8-3 ATS in their last 11 games been playing on the road against Charlotte. The total, it's gone under in 4 of the last 5 games played in Boston. Over in 5 of the last 6 games played against an opponent from the Southeast Division. But under in 8 of the last 12 games. We got in the comments, Daryl Turner, I have the Hornets first half. That's not a bad play. I like that, DT. Daryl Turner. I like that. Welcome to Brothas N Bets, my brother. Appreciate you turning in, man. Welcome to the family. Go on and hit that like and that subscribe button. Let's look at Charlotte's actual factuals. They're 4-1 ATS in their last 5. 3-6 straight up in their last 9 games. 3-8 ATS in their last 11 games when playing at home against Boston. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. 3-9 straight up in their last 12 games against an opponent from the Atlantic Division. And 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games in October. Total's gone over in 5 of the last 5 games when there was no favorite. So when their games have been pick'ems, the last 5 times in each 5 games, this went over. Total's gone over in 5 of the last 5. Excuse me. Flat Top, you back?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you see me?
Total has gone. No, excuse me. What'd you say?
Sure. It kicked me out, so I had to go backstage.
All right, I got you back. It's all good. The total has gone over in 5 of Charlotte's last 7 games at home, and over in 4 of Charlotte's last 6 games. Um, Boston on the road at Charlotte. So I pretty much just I don't like the injury report as far as Terry Rozier. I really just don't like Terry Rozier being out, honestly. I know he has I don't think he's played this season, and they still managed to win some tight ball games without him. I like the over here. Over 224. Both teams are, if I'm not mistaken, I know the Celtics are. I think both teams are coming off back-to-backs. Yeah, both teams played last night. It's probably not going to be a lot of defense play. Obviously, defense is more effort based. So I'm definitely on the over 224 here. I want to say all 3 of Charlotte's games has gone over, except the last one against Brooklyn. Brooklyn didn't crack 100.
Yeah,
But
Brooklyn didn't score in that. It wasn't because Charlotte didn't do what they were supposed to.
right, and it's not like Charlotte's a great defensive team. Brooklyn just my boy said they were just looking completely disinterested in that game. So, yeah. Over in the Indy game, over in the Cleveland game, under in the Brooklyn. Now Boston has been kind of tricky because the New York game went over, which was pretty high without the double overtime, especially for a New York Knicks game. And then Toronto, they just didn't show up. They gave up 15, only scored 83. And then Houston last night, that game was going to the close to the 200, 2 teams, maybe 220. Then Houston just the third quarter didn't score. I'm sorry. I did not hear you knocking at the door, son. And Houston, they just didn't score in the third quarter last night. So Boston kind of concerns me with the total, maybe not reaching quite getting there, but I still like it. The Hornets don't play defense, so I think they'll get there. I like the over. I also am going to take the Hornets on the money line. I'm just not high on this Boston team, especially without Jaylen Brown. And Jason Tatum, although he's scoring a lot, against the Knicks, he didn't shoot it well. I missed last night's game against Houston, so I'm not sure exactly how we played. But Miles Bridges has been balling for the Hornets. That's why I wish they had Terry Rozier. He's averaging 24 points a game on 25 points a game, 8 rebounds on 54.2% from the 54% from the field. So if he keeps that up, him and LaMelo, they'll be okay. I like the Hornets here. Let's see, what you got flat top? Sean say he liked the Hornets. What Derek Turner said, I think the matchup comes down to backcourts. I like ball versus shooter. I will go with ball. I agree with that. I'll take ball over shooter any day. On another ticket, I like the over. Yeah, I just took that over as well. Yeah, Bridges on the roll. Just hit that. Boston traveling. Exactly. That's what I said. They're both coming off a back-to-back, but like you said, Boston is traveling from Houston from Houston to Charlotte. Whereas I think Charlotte coming from Brooklyn, or were they at home? I think they're coming from Brooklyn. It's not as far as travel. What you like, Flat Top?
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty much getting it. I think it's just the consistency for Boston. I think Tatum, he'll get his 25 or whatever, probably shoot 45, 50%. But I really only like taking Boston if like Brown's going to be in it, because Brown, as we saw that beginning game against the Knicks, like he can get it going fast.
I didn't know, man, he was balling that game against
he
shit.
lit
He was
it up,
balling.
and I think the Hornets, you're catching Bridges on a pretty good shooting. He's in rhythm. LaMelo's doing enough, get your 18 and 8. So I like Hornets at home, take care of business. I'm not gonna touch the over, even though it's definitely doable. I don't know which Boston team's gonna show up. Like, who would get them there?
That's the scary thing. I'm not sure how many points Boston is going to give me. But I do know the Hornets don't play much defense either. So
Yeah, you got a good shot. I'm just gonna rock with the money line, but
I,
I would definitely lean that over.
yeah, I think I got a good chance of getting there. I think I can get there. All right, I got another interesting game. That's Smith. Smith is a problem too. Yeah, yeah. I think this Charlotte team when Rozier comes back, I think they're going to be real interesting. I don't know. I don't like this Boston team with Schroeder at the point. They're still missing something. I don't know what it is. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum got to figure out how to play off each other. But there's something's not right with that team. I can't put my I don't know what they need. Can't quite put my finger. I don't need a point guard that can orchestrate and that can probably knock down shots. But the problem is Brown and Tatum do the same shit. They're like having two of the same player. I don't know how they figure that shit out. They gotta figure that shit out though. All right, West Coast game. The Blazers. Speaking of Portland, they're going on the road to take on the Clippers. The line is at Clippers -3. Total is at 230. Um, Portland injury report. Snell, he's out, and Powell is out. For the Clippers, Ibaka's out. Obviously, Ibaka and Leonard has been out. Preston is out, and K. Johnson, he's listed as questionable. Now, a couple actual factuals for Portland. They're 2-5 ATS in their last 7. 2-5 straight up in their last 7. 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games against the Clippers. 8-3 ATS in their last 11 games on the road. 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games when playing on the road against the Clippers. 6-3 straight up in their last 9 games played in October, and the total has gone over in 6 of the last 8 against an opponent from the Pacific Division, over in 8 of the last 9 against an opponent from the Western Conference, over in 8 of their last 9 games in general. Now the Clippers, they're 8-4 ATS in their last 12 games, 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games, 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games when playing at home against Portland, 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Western Conference, and 18-1 straight up in their last 19 games played on a Monday, 6-3 ATS in their last 9 games when playing as a favorite. The total, it's gone under in 4 of the last 5 games played in October, but over in 4 of the last 5 against an opponent from the Northwest Division, and over in 4 of the last 5 against Portland. Blazers at the Clippers -3, totals at 230. Flat top, you have a play on this game, sir.
For this one, I mean, it's huge not having Kawhi for the Clippers, but somehow they're still favored. They also don't have Ibaka. So I'm thinking just defensively, it's not the same strength of defense that they're used to having. Last year, they were kind of grinded out, but Paul George is having to average like 35 points a game, which is like he can be that guy, but I don't think he's built like I don't feel comfortable having him as like the last. That's your at the end of the game in a tight one where you're supposed to win by 3. Is Paul George the guy you really want at the end? So for that, I think just because of how the defense is, I like this over. I'm going to take the full game over because Paul George, they just played coming off playing Ja Morant, and, George put up 41. I think he's going to have another one of those days because either McCollum or Lillard is going to get them 30 for the Blazers, if not both of them. They can both get hot if they need to, and if I just think the backcourt is going to go off for the Blazers. So they're going to have to match points. And I think for the Clippers to win this, like they're projected, George is going to have a big day. He's going to have to go for 35, 40. So I'm rocking with the over for this one.
Oh,
and their defense looks different. So I think they should hit it.
okay. I got you for the over. Hold on, I'm filling out the banner for the picks. All right, so my take on this is this. Let me get this comment. That's definitely an over game. And that boy Daryl say, my gut feeling says Clippers tonight. I mean, they got to win at some point, right? They're 0-3. They got to get a win. They lost to two pretty good teams, though. Golden State by 2 and then Memphis by 6. Meanwhile, Portland, they're 1-1. I don't know how to look at their 1-1. They lost a tight one to the Kings. I kind of think the Kings are better than probably a lot of people think. And then they blew out Phoenix. I didn't watch that game. I don't know what happened or how that happened, and that's crazy to me. But with that being said, I agree with you, and I'm going to ride with you. I like the over here. Portland is just the over team. They play absolutely zero defense. And like you said, without Kawhi, the defense for the Clippers isn't what it was. It's not the same on the perimeter.
And Ibaka on
and
the
being right,
inside.
they don't have a shot blocker without Ibaka. They got a bunch of forwards, but not a lot of big men. But it's not like Portland got they got what's that? Nurkic?
Yeah, Nurkic.
Nurkic. I like Nurkic. He's very underrated. And McCullough is averaging 31. It's only 2 games, but he's put up 30 more points behind 55% shooting. I like Portland plus the 3. I'm going to take Portland plus the 3. I'm going to make it an official play. I don't know if they win. I think the game would be tight. I just think the Clippers may be desperate. My gut might be with Daryl and think they get the win this time. But I like Portland. I like Portland plus the 3. Officially, I like the over as well, 230. Put my record out there. I'm going to take the plus 3. I'm going to take the plus 3. I think they just don't have enough offense. And if they do pull it off, I think it'll be tight. Clippers maybe Dame gets a last look and he misses. Maybe PG hits a game winner or something like that. Something close. I think they'll be desperate though for a win. Clippers first half money line might not be a bad play. I think they're going to be desperate. I might have just talked myself into that. Yeah, I think I just talked myself into that.
So what's the official play?
All 3 of them.
All 3.
All 3. I'm going to take all 3 of them. I'm going to take Clippers first half money line. I'm going to take the full game Portland plus the 3. I know it kind of contradicts a little bit, but I just think they're going to come out desperate at home, building, rocking, and ride that wave. I like the over because I don't think defense will be played, but I think it'll be a tight game. So I'll take the that plus 3. I like that plus 3. Because Daryl, I'm feeling you, Daryl Turner, man. My gut is telling me they get that first one tonight, but I like that Portland plus 3. I don't know why. It's like I'm gonna go with all 3 of them. Fuck it. I'm 12-2 right now, man. I'm hot.
Feeling yourself.
Feeling myself. Feeling my looking ass. All right, man. Let's keep it going. We're almost done. I think I only have 2 more plays. Where are they? This one, I kind of know your play. We kind of talked about it already. But let's talk about it one more time on camera, though. Let me get to it. We got the Pelicanos. They're going on the road to take on the 2-0 Minnesota Timberwolves. Pelicans are 0-3, 1-2 ATS. Minnesota Timberwolves are 2-0, 1-1 ATS. The line is at the Wolves -5.5. The total is at 225.5. The injury report for the Pelicans is Hart is questionable. Zion is out. And Holmes is questionable. On the Minnesota side, no reported injuries. Look at these actual factors for the Pelicans. They're 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games. 0-7 straight up in their last 7 games. 5-10 ATS in their last 15 games against Minnesota. 5-10 straight up in their last 15 games against Minnesota. 0-5 in their last 5 games on the road. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games when playing on the road against Minnesota. But 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. The total has gone under in 6 of the last 7 games against an opponent in the Northwest Division and under in 12 of New Orleans' last 16 games. Minnesota, they're 5-2 straight up in their last 7. 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games when playing at home against New Orleans. 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. 4-2 straight up in their last 6 games against an opponent from the Southwest Division, and the total has gone under in 4 of Minnesota's last 5 games. It's also gone under in 4 of the last 5 games at home and under in 6 of the last 7, but over in 4 of the last 6 against New Orleans. Pelicanos on the road in Minnesota, -5.5. Total is at 225. Flat top, you got something for this one?
Yeah, I like Timberwolves to take care of business at home. Trying to think. So Timberwolves, Carl Cat shooting 60% from the field, averaging I think 27.5. It really just comes down to the fact that outside of Brandon Ingram for the Pelicans, they don't really have scorers. I mean, I guess they have Devontae Graham who can get hot, but they just don't have that other scorer. And Valanciunas probably he'll get him 20 and probably 15 boards, but he's not putting up points like that. So you look at the Timberwolves, though, they'll have Cattle get his. Edwards fires damn near 30 shots a game. He'll get at least 10 of them to drop. So he'll probably be good for 20. You got D'Angelo Russell, who, I just like the offensive power of the Timberwolves compared to the Pelicans. Pelicans minus Zion, I'm not taking them unless they're playing a depleted Houston team or a depleted, bottom barrel in OKC. I'm not picking Pelicans. So mine's Timberwolves at the 5.5, and they're at home, so just take care of business.
Yeah. Hey, Daryl, I'm not gonna cover those games, but I'll talk about them real quick before we get out of here. We got one more game to break down. I'll cover them a little bit. KB, yes, we both like the Bucks money line, and I like the under as well. And I think this is a revenge game, Daryl. I think this is a revenge game. If so, I like the Pelicans to possibly recover. Revenge game from last year. They haven't played this season unless.
Yeah,
no.
they
Did play. They just played. They lost by 7. Because I had 7 in a fucking half.
Yeah.
Fucked up my parlay. Only game. 1 game too many. Yes, I do remember now. So this is a revenge game, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about no fucking revenge game. They don't have Zion. That's all that matters. All the actual factuals I read and all the other fucking statistics I gave and who's doing this and that don't even matter, honestly. They don't have Zion. They don't have Zion. So it's Ingram gonna have to score 40, and then there's nobody else. Like you said, Valanciunas, I love him. I can't believe the Grizzlies got rid of him for what he did for that team. He was solid. He's gonna give you a double-double, 10 and 12, 10 and 15. But that's it. Anthony Edwards, I think people are sleeping on him, obviously, because he's in Minnesota, so don't nobody really watch him. He worked on his jump shot this year. He was the first pick or the second pick?
He was first overall.
First overall. You know what I'm
When they
saying?
should have took Melo.
Over LaMelo, right? This is the guy they took over LaMelo. And like, bro, I watched him at the end of last year, and I be listening to him talk about his game, and like he wants to be great. I like everything I've been seeing and hearing from Anthony Edwards. This Minnesota team, they're in the West. I don't know if they crack the playoffs. I think they'll crack that. What are they calling it now? Like the little
play-in
playoff.
game.
Yeah, I think they can get into the play-in game. I don't know. It's tough in that West, man. That West is rough. But still got Karl-Anthony Towns giving you 27 a game, shooting 60% from the field. You still got D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards. You got like a baby big three over there. I like them tonight. No Zion. I'm fading the Pelicans until Zion comes back. Like, that's just what it is. They're not playing good with. So that's how I just look at this team. Till Zion comes back, unless they're playing somebody really awful, I'm fade. They're on the fade list as of right now. So I'll put that money in the bank. Would you say Monk? Oh, Monk. I'm glad you showed up, Monk, because you missed the Friday show because you told me don't take them Bulls. And them Bulls covered, brother. I was scared though. I'm not gonna lie.
Right at the end.
I'm not gonna lie. I was scared.
Yep.
I was scared, but it goddamn it don't matter. The ticket cash, nigga. Meet me at the goddamn window. Goddamn ticket cash. But Monk must say revenge game from Saturday that had fucked me up. You know what fucked me up? Was that yesterday? I faded the teams that was coming off a back to back, and all the fucking teams off the back to back won. So that's what fucked me up yesterday. All right, man, we getting long on a basketball show. I got one more game to break down. I'm gonna open mic it on that Magic game for the homie Daryl. For the homie Daryl. All right, flat top. One more game on the docket, sir. Monk came at the right time because we back on the goddamn Bulls, baby. This line is really stupid to me, and I don't know what's going on. So, flat top, maybe you can tell me something I don't know, or maybe somebody in the chat can tell me something that I don't know, because trying to figure out why is this line at 1.5. The total is at 212. I'm looking at the injury report right now. I got Vucevic is questionable. Maybe he's not playing. Kobe White is out indefinitely. And Pascal Siakam is out indefinitely. And Wannabe is downgraded to out. So, I mean, it's Bland Fleet and who the fuck else? But let's read some actual factuals. Chicago, the 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games. 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against Toronto. But 3-12 straight up in their last 15 games against Toronto. 1-6 straight up in their last 7 games when playing on the road in Toronto. The total is going under in 7 of Chicago's last 8 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. Under in 5 of Chicago's last 6 games on the road. Under in 11 of Chicago's last 14 games, period. Toronto, 2-6 ATS in their last 8. 1-9 straight up in their last 10. 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games at home. 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. 2-8 ATS in their last 10 games against an opponent from the Central Division. The totals has gone under in 5 of Toronto's last 7 games when playing at home as an underdog. Under in 5 of the last 6 games played in the month of October. Under in 7 of Toronto's last 10 games against Chicago, and under in 6 of the last 8 games in Toronto. God damn, just under. Totals at 212 though. That's fucking low. Flat top. Bulls at Toronto plus 1.5. Totals at 212. Weird line to me. What's your thoughts?
I thought it was a mistake when I saw it. Pound the Bulls minus 1.5. The Raptors are missing their best player. I just don't see it. I don't know why it's under 2. This line should be a lot bigger. And I think if there's a chance for it to grow, it's going to grow. But if you can get it at 1.5, I mean, enough said. The Bulls, they're 3-0. They haven't looked. I mean, they haven't looked amazing, but they haven't looked bad. They've come back and they've done what they're supposed to, and I think this is just a depleted Raptors team. I mean, take advantage of Siakam
Hold on,
being
flat top.
out.
James, bro, are you talking? You must be doing the teaser or something because that line is not 1.5, bro. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
that'd be a 4-point
They got to be a
TGS,
4-point
5.5.
teaser or
There's
something.
if they had 1.5
Because there's
for
no
Timberwolves,
way.
I'd
If
put my
that's one and
mortgage
a
on that
half,
shit.
send me your bookie so I can
Yeah.
log on and join because I need that line. All right, flat top, go ahead.
Yeah, but Bulls 1.5. I mean, between Levine, DeRozan, yeah, and DeRozan's going to be coming back in there to Toronto, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah, man, I was, hoping somebody would tell me like Zach LaVine got hurt or something, and it's something I'm missing because when I saw the line, I just was like, okay, this can't be right. Got to be some injury news. It's something I cannot know about for the line to be like that. So, but I'm with you. Either there's a rookie at the computer at the books and he's fucking up and they haven't caught it, or somebody knows something we don't know. Maybe Vucevic is not playing, but even with Vucevic not playing, I still don't see how like Zach LaVine and Ball and DeRozan will be more than enough to be a Raptor team with no Pascal Siakam, no wannabe. I'm trying to figure out like is Bland Feet and what's the fuck is the other dude's name?
They got OG, but I don't know if he, Anobi, or he only shows up
Anunoby. That's what I'm
sometimes.
talking about.
Yeah.
Anunoby. I mean, I don't know. I'm missing something. I mean, Scotty Barnes is hooping all right. Like he's averaging 18 points a game over there right now. But I mean, it's 2 games. But like, I'm not scared of no fucking Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know, bro. This shit is throwing me like completely off. But they just gonna have to. The books just got to beat me today. If that's the case, man. I mean, like I'll take my L to the books. Good call, because I'm all over this Bulls -1.5. I just don't see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Somebody seeing something I'm not seeing somewhere. I don't know. Um, that shit crazy. I moved the line. Shit. Hey, all right, big money. Or you talking about you bought the line down from y'all would take the Saints -1.5 versus Seahawks or take the under 52. Ooh, that under 52 looks juicy because Geno Smith not going to score. I don't think the Saints are going to score. And the Saints should cover that 1.5. Shit, I'll take both. Goddamn, be honest with you. Parlay me, please.
And it's supposed to rain tonight in Seattle too. I looked at the weather.
It's raining in Seattle?
Yeah,
Did
it's
you say?
supposed to be rainy tonight.
Oh, I'm going to go jump all over that under. Let's wrap this up so I can do that right now. All right. I got the Bulls, man. There's no way I cannot have the Bulls. Flat Top, give out your best play of the night.
Well, you just said it. I think this 1.5's a can't miss. I mean, there's nothing that leads me to believe at the end of the fourth, unless, God forbid, all three of their top hoopers for the Bulls go down during the game. Then it might come down to them winning by a little more than one. But yeah, I think this 1.5 is just too good to pass up.
All right. All right. All right. No problem, James. Appreciate you, man. Be back tomorrow. Hit that like and that subscribe button. Appreciate you joining in the show, my brother. Flat Top. That look right?
What was that? Yeah. Twolves. Yep.
All right. Everything looks good Bucks. I'm filling out my. I got them written down, but I gotta put them in. What was I looking for? What was the total for 224? There we go. 224. All right, my best bet. Obviously, yes, my best bet is the same. But since you took that one from me, I'll give out a different one. That was gonna be my best bet. I'll go to the Timberwolves minus the 5.5. I don't see the Pelicans. Um, they're just I don't know. Without Zion, I don't know how they can beat this team. I don't know how they beat a lot of teams without Zion. He's their best player, and I don't just Ingram's proven already he can't do it by himself. So I'm gonna go with the Clippers. Clippers minus the 5.5. And I'm almost done filling out my plays. I can post them real quick. Blazers. Flat Top, you can go ahead and give out your social, my good brother.
Okay, yeah. So if you are going out to Vegas this fall holiday season, or if you know anyone, you're trying to come for New Year's, just hit me up on flat underscore top underscore VIP. I will make sure you get taken care of. We just wrapped up pool season, so pools are closed. But if you want to go to any nightclubs or any other sort of entertainment in Vegas, I'm your guy. Hit me with the DM, and yeah, I'll hook it up.
Bam! There go what I got today. Probably overdid it on the plays today, man. But that's the thing, man. I'm not gonna try to play it safe and worry about my that beautiful 12-2 record that I got to start the season. We gonna put it on the line, dog. That's what I do. So I got like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays. I count on my paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays. Yes, sir. 9 plays for you guys today. What we got in the comments? Appreciate that, DT. I'm calling you DT, man, but appreciate that, Daryl, man. Good show. Thanks, God, man. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe. You got a little 3-teamer. What's that? I'll do my $5 come up, man. How about that? I haven't done one for basketball yet. I mean, I do them in my personal betting, but I haven't given one out on the
Did you
show.
talk at all about that Knicks game?
Huh?
You talk about that Knicks game? I thought there was a request for that Magic Knicks.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You are absolutely right. Moneyline Nuggets. There's a 3-teamer from the homie James. Moneyline Nuggets. Hawks minus 1.5. And then the T-Wolves. James got to be doing teasers because these lines are crazy. Yeah, let's look at it real quick, rapid fire style. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time on it. I didn't cap them because the lines were just too fucking big to me. Heat and the Magic, that spread was at 12.5. I don't think the Magic have a chance here. Heat coming off that loss in Indiana, they're finna D that shit up. And the Magic, they got their win yesterday against the Knicks, and they're coming off a back-to-back. So I don't see them pulling it off, but I didn't want to take the Heat minus that many fucking points. Like it's just like I didn't like the 12. So that's why I personally stayed off. You got any thoughts on that, Flat Top?
Yeah, I was the same thing. I mean, like, I don't think the Magic are going to win, but that's also a pretty big and generous line for them to come up and lose by like 8 or lose. I could see it being close to losing by 10, but yeah, it was just too big of a line for me. That's the reason I didn't look at that one or that Denver Cavaliers game. Because Cleveland, like Mobley, sometimes will come out and he'll get like 20 and 10, but then other times he just won't take shots. And yeah, Cleveland's just inconsistent. I know Denver is going to win it, but at what point you're getting a minus 800 or a minus yeah, it's not even worth touching.
Yeah, and then over on the Pistons and Atlanta side, was that the other game he asked to break down? Pistons, the Hawk game, I believe so. I just don't know what the fuck is. Atlanta side, you beat Dallas and then lose to Cleveland. I don't know what's going on there. And
Yeah.
Chicago, so I don't know how the fuck they do that. In Detroit, they're a scrappy team. They're not a good team. They'll fight you. I don't think they get the win today, neither in Atlanta, but I just don't know if Atlanta covers. For me, this early in the season, it's too scary to take big spreads because I'm not sure of who the teams exactly are right now. Everything is still primarily based off last year, and most of these teams have only played 2 games. So I can't just be like, oh, yeah, I like what I've seen thus far in the season. They're going to blow this team out. Like, no, that could have been an aberration versus what they actually are right now. So I'm not very comfortable with double-digit spreads at this moment, unless I see something like the Timberwolves, because not the Timberwolves, the Pelicans, is because they have Zion out. So that's like a different situation versus I wouldn't take them if Zion was playing and the spread was -12 or something huge like that. It's just too early in the season for me to be taking those huge lines right now that I'm not comfortable with. So that's primarily why I didn't add those games to the show today.
If
I
you
don't
need
know.
one for tomorrow, though, that Golden State, they're at 9-point favorites over the Thunder. The Thunder are garbage. Take that. It's not double
Yeah. The
digits,
Thunder
but
are not a good team.
yeah.
You're absolutely right. And we'll do a show. I don't know what your schedule looks like tomorrow, Flat Top, but
2-a-days because we got the college football, right?
oh shit, you're absolutely right. We do have college football. Well, I still got to do a show though. College football will be at night, so I'll just text me. We'll figure it out. So all right, people, man, that's pretty much it for today. Oh, I'll give my $5 come up real quick before we get out of here. And I'm going to go with the Bulls. Money line. These are all going to be money line, people. Bulls. Money line. I like T-Wolves. Money line. Yes, I know. And yes, money line. We're going to go with the over in the Portland and LA game. And we're going to go with, going to change that. We're going to go with the under in the Bucks game. And then we're going to go with the Clippers first half money line. That's your $4 come up, $5 come up. Bulls money line, T-Wolves money line, Bucks on the under. Clippers first half money line. Put that together. Get your little $5 come up. And that's going to be the end of the show today. Appreciate all the family members in the chat today, man. Comments was booming. Appreciate that. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Channel's been doing great since football season started. We getting into basketball. I'll probably start doing a little hockey once they get a little bit more going, or if I find the time. Baseball show tonight. Go Stros, H-Town. We in this. And, man, that's it, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Brothas N Bets. And, like always, hold up. Well, if you're in Vegas, hit the homie Flat Top up, man. He's going to make sure you get y'all in the clubs and in the pools. Well, pool season just ended. But he'll get y'all in the clubs and get y'all taken care of, square away, and any events y'all need to get to. Outside of that, though, what we all here for, y'all know what it is. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems.